Let's go, baby. Mike down. 180. Silver.
They'll run on first down. Calhoun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
185. Express.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's got Fuller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It finds his target, Fuller. 25 yards that time. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season, the future bright. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. Calhoun. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
To throw, it's Carr, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
57 to Mike. Rip right. Jump.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Dancing to his left. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Flush to his right. They'll try and run it. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Gore. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From just shy of midfield, Carr. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Carr now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check Nick.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Carr, flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Gore hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The throw complete here to Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Kansas City.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Gore. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Operating from the gun, Gore. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Looking to throw. Gore. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, Gore. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Back to throw. Gore. And the pressure gets to him again. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This from 44 yards away. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen.
No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, Wood.
Carr now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He'll rifle this into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw. Gore taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 45 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's Carr, and the Chiefs are going to get him. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, Gore. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2nd and 15. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15. It gets him a 1st down.
The sack on 1st down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the 1st. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Now this time he'll look to throw. That is caught by Williams. Tyrell Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will it just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
You ain't doing nothing today. Yes, sir. Check 52. Kill.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on second down. Gore. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready, go. So don't say no. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Check 31. Check 31. Check, 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 check.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Gore. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player... disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Carr. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
Come on, QB, come on.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing to start the drive. Gore. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Gore. And an alley to run. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here we go. 15 on it. You're not ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Cole Hardman, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Let's make these your mind.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr, complete to Hilton. 22 yards there, a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
93.
Carr now on first down. Looking deep for Hilton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Carr. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. Throwing on first down is Carr. And he fires one incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Smith. 59. Mike's 59. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Frank Clark bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Throwing now is Carr.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Back to throw. Martin. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 85 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well, and they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Switch up.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And the catch made by Hilton. 27 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. And the Raiders first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38. On play action, it's Carr. Gets it to Gordon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Carr going to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. T.Y. Hilton there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. Carr to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But to be frank, just a dominating performance. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
2nd and 14. This one caught by Ridley. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Calvin Ridley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to pour it on. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Check 4. Hey, Zoo.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Hitchens, and an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gore. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week one. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake. Carr. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. This is caught. And he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Topper! Let's set a tone, fellas.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.